Hello, my name is Alina. I have been trying to record this forever. And I think I figured out a way, but let's try. So, I am presenting sensitivity analysis in capital budgeting for my week 4 assessment course 1 of my master's degree. Throughout my slides, I will reference to some hotel examples, as hotel business model is most familiar to me. So, what is sensitivity analysis? Sensitivity analysis is a technique to assess how changes in key factors will affect project outcomes. The purpose of it is to identify which of these key factors or variables will mostly impact certain financial results. Simplistic example in hotel would be let's say if the hotel occupancy goes from 75% to 80% or decreases to 68%, how much of an impact is going to have on the revenue, right? The qualitative steps in sensitivity analysis are, first of all, we need to identify key variables. Considering our hotel example, key variables in hotel business model would be occupancy rates, room rates, and operational costs. And operational costs, here are going to be maintenance, housekeeping expenses, and other probably. And then we can gather information from the market, research like, are there new hotels opening up in the area? What are the latest travel trends? What are the budget of the travelers? And then past performance data of our own hotel, like how did our hotel do in the last 3, 4, 5 years. And then we're going to define best case scenarios and worst case scenarios and most likely scenarios, right? The quantitative steps in sensitivity analysis is to calculate base business case. In my example, best business case would be how is the hotel operating currently? What is the assumption? And then we can modify variables like occupancy, room rates, and operational costs. We can modify them and then create different type of scenarios, right? And then we can analyze all these different scenarios and compare them to the outcomes they have on the hotel profitability. How to incorporate project risk into capital budgeting? So first of all, we need to identify what are the risks for our project, right? These can be market changes, economic downturns. Live example would be COVID we had a couple of years ago. Operational challenges like, do we have enough staff to operate the hotel, in my example. Other maintenance challenges because the hotel has a weird location, that is challenging for maintenance regions. And then we can use financial metrics like net present value of cash flows and internal rate of return and payback period to see if our project is viable. So the sensitivity analysis are going to show if and how all of these risks or how many of these risks are affecting the metrics above, the financial metrics. So going back to the hotel business, let's assume we have a renovation project risk, and we want to update the guest rooms so we can attract more clientele and improve guest experience, right? And the risks associated with renovation, let's say with the full renovation of the hotel, would be increased costs of the renovation. What if the costs of the renovation end up being more than what we expect right now or plan to be? What if the renovation takes longer? Let's say now we plan it's going to take 2-3 years, it ends up taking 5 years. What if the occupancy of the rooms post-renovation is actually not as high as we expected it to be? And then the sensitivity analysis here is going to show us how these risks above are affecting the NPV and profitability of the hotel. And to conclude, sensitivity analysis is very important, not only to assess all these risks or potential risks of a project, but also to to advise management how, well, first of all, if they are going to take on the project, and secondly, if they, let's say, if we still need to move forward with renovating our hotel, then they're probably gonna decide how to mitigate those risks associated with renovations. Maybe they change the timing of the renovation, or how they're gonna proceed with the renovations. Will they do it in batches, or will they do it all at once, by, I don't know, shutting down the hotel a couple of months and stuff like that. So um, business analysis, I mean sensitivity analysis, is gonna help us analyze and decide if we're going to proceed with the hotel renovation, or how we're going to proceed with it, and how we're going to mitigate all those risks so it has the least effect on the hotel profitability and revenue overall. Thank you for your time. That was challenging. All right.